For those who have been overthinking what strength training should be, speaking of strength training, if you're overthinking what your strength training should be or needs to be for your running, for your strength, and that is contributing to you not doing strength work, even though you know it's good for you, here's how I do most of the strength work myself and how I very often push my clients to do strength work, because I'm not just telling my clients what to run. I'm crossing our T's and dotting our J's. I want happy, healthy, successful clients. And part of that is helping them get stronger, increase their running economy, reduce their injury risk. And how most of the strength work works is it's super simple, doesn't require any equipment, no gym membership. I save my time, I save my clients time and money by not having to go to the gym, not having to purchase a gym membership. I use a set of 15-pound dumbbells. If I'm using equipment, that's what most of my strength work uses, is a yoga mat and a set of 15-pound dumbbells. But the routines I do for my core and my upper body, they're generally 10, 15 minutes in length. I'll link to these strength routines in the show notes. I do the McGill Big 3. That's body weight for my core. It's a core bracing and stability routine for my core. And last year was the first year in, I don't know how long, it could be a decade, that I've not tweaked my back at least once or twice during a calendar year. I've gone 12, 13, 14 months now, as far as I know. Could be longer, because I know I didn't tweak my back last year at all. And I credit the McGill Big 3 to that. And so I'll link to that. It's a simple body weight bracing routine for your core. You can do it in under 10 minutes. And the strength work that I do with the dumbbells is I'll go on YouTube here and I'll look up Zeus Fitness. And they're so good. I put these in the calendar for my clients. Pick a 10, 20, a 30-minute Zeus Fitness YouTube video. They're Tabata, they're quick, they're to the point, they're effective. And I'm not trying to turn into Mr. Olympia here. I just want to get stronger. And so I'm lifting some weights for 30, upper body. You can do it 2 10-minute routines minimum a week, and you will maintain and probably get stronger with a half hour total a week of upper body strengthening. And so that is, one way you can get strength work in, is keeping it simple. Just pick an upper body routine from YouTube. You don't need, I got these 15-pound dumbbells at the thrift store for, I don't know, like $5 or $10, super cheap. You can find some off Facebook Marketplace, I'm sure, and keeping it simple. Next up, and this is something that I started doing with runners who were really struggling with getting their strength work in, was starting to do the strength work during the runs. For example, yesterday, I did an easy 4 or 5 miles. I ran 2 miles to the park. And at the lake on the dock, I did a 10-minute plyometric routine during my run. Because let's face it, I have a 3-year-old here. He barely goes to daycare. And so if I come home, chances go way down, I'm going to do my strength work. And I don't want to get caught catching up later in the day or not doing it. So I do a lot of my strength work while out running or at the park right down the street. So, at the end of my run. So I'm not coming back home having to do it. And the beauty of that is, most of the routines I do are 10 to 20 minutes in length. And again, I'll link to these down below. They're 10 to 20 minutes in length, and they don't require any equipment. And so if I'm doing some stuff on my hands and knees, I'll take my shirt off, or I'll use the bill of my hat under my knees, or I'll just be in the grass and I'll get it done. And I'm glad I do. That's the thing. What would my tomorrow want me to do today? That mentality, everything I do goes through that filter. What would my tomorrow want me to do today? If you act upon, motivation, I like to say motivation is just having empathy and acting on your future self. Having empathy with your future self. I will be glad to go do this run. I will be glad to do strength work. In 10 minutes, I'll be glad. In 10 months, I'll be glad. When I'm, crossing the finish line of my marathon, I'm gonna be glad I do my strength work or I eat well now. And that is a powerful mentality to have on your side. And so I think that, yep. So keeping, speaking of mentalities, something else, and this is very true with the strength training, is Jonathan Goodman of the Online Trainer Academy. He said, "What would it look like if it were easy?" And this is what I've came down to with the strength training: is you should do it, but we're runners. We don't like to do strength work. We like it when we start it, or especially when we finish it. We like it when we're stronger, and we like it when we don't tweak our back in 14 months. But it's really not great. I had a client of mine, she said, it's really hard for me to do the hard work, which is like mat work or lifting or stuff like that. Like, it's the stuff that we don't typically do or we don't want to do. So, keeping it simple, having some accountability, and, for me, just with the strength work, simple routines that I do out while running drastically increase the chances I do it. And I think they will for you as well.